Hello, it's Eleanor from SodaTutorials.com. Elaine is my in-game name. Today I'm playing as Eleanor, who's a brand new character I created yesterday. And I'm doing a series of videos just how to get started as a player, as a new player in the game. So I started out, showed how to create the character, ended up I think on the path of Courage, which pushed me up in the, it started out in the opening town of Highvale and over in Resolute. Got through the opening town, showed the basic mechanics and stuff, went into the town of Resolute, showed the in-town mechanics. And then my last video, the third one, I actually showed how to travel on the overland map, how to interpret things and see things. And I made my way down to Soul Town, which is in the southeast corner of the of Novia. It's in the what's considered the perennial coast. I'm familiar with this area. It's an area that it's where I started out with my main character. And I just know how to level up a character in there. So I'm in the game, and today I just want to get out to my first adventuring. We're going to be over in the East Perennial Trail, which is a swamp, but it's a level 1 swamp, so definitely things that it can handle. I don't have much equipment beyond my chain armor, and a nice sword, and a rusty sword, so it's nothing really good. So a couple things about leveling up. So there are two kinds of skills. I'm going to bring up my skill tree here. There is, let's look at sun magic. Actually, let's look at healing. So here's a thing called Healing Touch, which I'm at level 10. Still very early on in it. Basically, when I cast it, it heals up, heals my hit points. So if I look at this, I think it says underneath the first cross in the middle of the screen. It's a range of 3. It's basically for myself, or if I'm in a party, if I'm close to someone, I can heal them as well. It recovers 8 to 11 health, and that's at level 10. And the bottom one says at level 30, it'll take 6 seconds to cool down to reuse it, but it'll do 11 to 15 health. So as you get better at it, you heal more. So this is what you call an active skill. So if I go to use it, I have to actively target somebody. This is a passive skill. So this will basically increase when I open up as I use other magic, other healing skills or life skills. This will come up. So there are passive and active. There are skills that you can just cast, like light, that have to generally just cast it, it happens. And there are skills like thrust down here, where I actually have to target someone. So these ones that I don't have to target, like light and like healing touch, I literally can sit here in the town and cast it. And if you watch out to the right, on the bottom right over here, you can see where I'm at. I'm at level 10. I'm at this point. This little green bar indicates how far along. If I cast it once, you're going to see this green bar go up a little bit. And you see it grew there. Now it's cooling down. When it hits white, then I cast it again. And I just leveled it up to level 11. So I'm sitting here right now. I can just cast the spell as much as I want along with light. You see that one? I just went to level 9. These are skills that you can actually, just as you're going along, just cast them. And you can actually raise up your skills. Now here's a passive skill that's going up. This is healthy. This is one of my tactic skills. So just by using my stuff, using my skills in general and practicing, it raises up kind of passively along with it. So it's not something I can say raise healthy. I do other things and healthy will come up. So I can cast healing again and cast light. You can see that they're going up over here. Healing's going to go up to level 12 here in a second. There it goes. And it says it down here. You saw the little yellow lights come up. I'll cast light again. That's almost, right now I'm at level 9. It's almost at level 10. Let's do healing again. So that's just grinding. It's just me sitting there and hitting the keys and raising them up. You can do that. When it's early on, you gain a lot faster. As you get better at a skill, it takes more experience, so it will slow down. Getting 0 to 20 is easy. Getting up to 40 is it's not that hard to do. Getting up to 60 is harder, and then from getting 60 on upward, you really have to start working on a skill and using it a lot. Once you get to 100, 100 is where there's a breakpoint where you become a grandmaster. You get a little icon off of your thing. Basically, you've achieved a certain mastery of that. You can raise that higher, but it gets more difficult. And just so you understand what that means, and I'm going to say this is general. There are some that are a little less, some that are a little more. Right now I have in my adventuring skill pool, which I covered in the first video, I have 9,760 points. So if I cast my heal, it went down from 9,760 to 9,749. So I used 11 points. If I cast light, it goes from 49 down to 37. So once again, I used 12 points there. So as you need experience in your pool to use to raise your skill. As you use your skill, you take your pool down. As you kill things out there in the wild, you kill a monster or enemy, a thug or whatever else, you gain experience, so your pool goes up. It's that balance of trying to always make sure your pool's gaining more than what you're using to raise your skills. That's the general gist of your pools. And there's two different pools. There's your adventure pool, and then you have your pool that we use for crafting. Mine started out at 10,000, but then it went up to 15,000 because I was out there doing stuff. I was actually out there chopping down trees, mining, getting cotton and stuff. So I was getting experience from that. So that's the general kind of background on the pools. There are some other details that at this early on in the stage you really don't need to know more than that. But later on you'll find out that the pool does matter a lot. As you have a lot of skills training, you'll be going completely negative to the point where you actually run out. When you run out, you basically not gaining anymore. You also find out that the size of your pool actually contributes to how much experience you gain when using a skill. So if I'm using a skill and my pool is of this size, I'll get so much in my, I'll gain so much experience. But if my pool is that size, I'll gain a little bit more experience. To illustrate that, right now on my main character, my adventure pool is somewhere around 750,000. That much, I've gained that much, and I try to keep it at a higher level. So whenever I'm using skills, I'm getting as much into that skill as possible because that pool is bigger. It's kind of weird. The bigger your pool, the bigger you raise your skill when you're using it, even at the higher levels. Like I said, here nor there, at this basic level, everything's pretty low, and you've got enough. I'll be killing enough to raise the pool, and I won't be taxing it so much by the skills that I'm using. So we'll see that as it goes. Okay, so I'm gonna leave Soul Town. I've got what I need. I'm gonna get out of Soul Town here, and I'm actually gonna go to the East Perennial Trail. So just to get the map up here so we can see it where I'm going. You can follow the map to get to the exit. M key will bring up the map. I just know where I'm going because I just know the town very well. So I'm going to head out here and head outward. Here's someone passing by. If you hit your forward key, your W, hit it twice, you'll see your character start running. It'll run it's drawing focus down the blue bar. Your focus is what is used to further skills. Mine's going to run out right there. So basically you can run if you need to if you're coming out of a monster, but it does suck down your focus. Your focus is used when you cast things like thrust or healing and stuff. While your health points is basically, well, that's how much health you have. If you get down to 0, you die at that point. And you have to get resurrected and stuff. So we're getting out of Soul Town. I said southeast corner. I'm doing this backwards because of the camera. Southeast corner of the map. And just below that, to the south of this, is actually the East Perennial Trail. You can double click on this map, or if you have a scroll wheel on your mouse, you can scroll in. This is Soul Town. There's a welcome center there. It's a good resource to find stuff. And these perennial trails right down here. So we're going to go past this. This is the welcome center that's on the map. And we're going to go down. And down here is the East Perennial Trail, and you can see that up there. If you don't see the name underneath it, you can hit the letter M. Let's see, is it M? I forgot the one that's actually the... let me see if I can get that key. There's one of the keys that will actually turn that on and off. Like your compass at the very top, you hit the C. Let's see, where was that one? That was your compass. Oh, they've unmapped it from there, so you can't do it. They've changed a little bit for the new player experience in this last release, so they've changed some of it. Let me see character names. I'll do that one because that one I can actually. So you see this character down here? I don't see his name. You hit the N key, that brings up so you see people's names. Like there's someone coming down the path there. I've turned it off with the N key, turned it back on. So there are keys. Explore those keys that turn things off and on, like hide your compass, whatnot. So I'm going to go into the East Perennial Trail. So I'm here. I can either click on this, or I can hit E for execute or action. I keep explaining that one. You can rely on your E key a lot. So here's an Outlander. Now see that they say they're in PvP. What that means is they've actually gone to the Oracle where we go and got our free coins and stuff. You can actually say, you can actually ask her to not be under her protection. What that means, it puts you in PvP mode. That means anybody else who's in PvP can come and fight you. Don't do that when you're younger. You're probably going to die. But the benefit of doing that if you run around in PvP mode, you get more experience. So it's kind of a trade-off on it. But if you see someone, if someone asks you to duel, you do not have to duel. You can decline. When you're starting off, just I wouldn't do it that much. So here's a skeleton. So it's going to start attacking. I'm going to use like my thrust there. Riposte. You see my blade's gone up. It's up to 43 now. I'm just hitting the numbers underneath this key here. So I'm hitting number 2 for the riposte. Or you can come down and click on them with your mouse. Another skill gain there. So does it take a little bit to kill these guys? Yes, it does. When you're starting out, it takes a little bit. With my other character, I could take a shot and kill these people. But in the beginning, you just gotta kind of grind it out. You got to get better at your skills. So we're using these skills down here, 1 and 2, and just regular swinging to do that. And there it is. Now you can see I just went up to level 24 on my riposte. Riposte is the second one here. That basically means like on the attack, you have a defensive move, so you can limit the damage that occurs to you when they attack you back. It's a fencing move. While thrust is pretty much you're thrusting at someone. So here's a skeleton. I killed it. I'm going to put my swords away. Swords actually help you gain your health back faster. So here's this guy. I can double click him or hit E. Found another rusty sword and some gold. So I'm going to take it. He's going to disappear. Poof. And then I can go on to the next one. So let's see. Here's a chicken. Looks like they had chicken fights here. It's a fighting pit. That's new. Yes, you can go attack the chicken. I've showed that in the other one. You can get some. Here's some dead corpses. You can hit the E key on them. If they got anything, you can you'll be able to pick that up from them. Let's see what else is here. I'm looking around. If you notice this rock here, let me cast up my light spell. Notice that discolored little chunk that's there? That's an iron. That's an ore for making ingots. It's iron. So you see my cursor actually changed to a pickaxe. So if I hit the E key or double click, I'll go over and I'll take out my pickaxe and do that. I want to show you something on the crafting. I'm at 15,409. Now I'm at 15,431. So I gained 20 some odd points in there. And my skill at mining went up. So I actually gained some experience by doing that action. And I got 2 iron ore and 1 granite block. Take it, and then that disappears from there. So as you do things that are resource intensive, or resourcing, like chopping down a tree, getting some ore, get some cotton, you'll get that. Now there's a tree over there, that red tree. Let's see it. There it is. That red tree. Those red trees are ones you can chop down. That's how you can identify them. There's one out there in the distance over there. That's how you know that those are things you can get. So I'm going to hop down here. I'm sure there's going to be a baddie or something coming around here somewhere. Usually there is. Let's see if there's any ore around this rock. Nothing here. Nothing there. Oops. Someone just shot at me. Here comes a skeleton. So I'm going to start fighting at him. My character's swinging automatically, and then I'm hitting the head. I'll show it with clicking. I'll click that one. I'll click this thrust. Riposte. Thrust. I just gained. I'm at level 44 now with my blades. I said it seems like it's going up fast. It does in the beginning. It will slow down. Just so you know, most skills in general will take, to get up to level 100 to become a Grandmaster, take somewhere between 1.2 and 2.4 million experience points. So skeleton's buried here. I gotta move my around. I can't see him. But as soon as my cursor turns green there, I got the green circle. That means I'm hovering over it, and you'll see the word loot. So I can hit the E key, some gold with some rusty sword. Now I'm gonna take this tree out. This is that red tree. So I hit the E key on that one, or double click it. I can chop it down. Oh wait, maybe I didn't loot the corpse. I got maple wood, which is for crafting, and pecan nuts, which you can use for cooking. I thought I took it all. Why is this still there? So we can look at these rocks. Bring up my light, makes it a little bit easier to see. I just got a bonus or a raise, a skill point gain. Here's a cotton bush. You can tell that it's ready to pick because it's got white things all over it. You see my cursor turns into a sickle. I can hit E there. And let's get on my crafting. Foraging. I'm at 11 and right there. Now it just went up to here. So I actually gained some. So I got some cotton there. So I can take that. Put my swords away. Don't forget to put your weapons away. That'll help your health and your focus gain up. There's a pig. You could kill that if you wanted to and get pork. That makes sense. These are oysters, and that's a skeleton. So oysters, if you can, if they're ready to be harvested, you can get black pearl, which is a reagent. It's the thing used for casting spells. If you're not familiar with that, you also can get some oyster meat, which once again can be used for cooking. So I'll start clicking on these like this. And another skill gain there. This is basically it. I just make sure I'm not, if I start getting down really low on health, I will basically run away from him. Try not to die, just save you some time. But if you do die, so don't worry about it. Go back to the entrance of the map. And usually there's an Ankh where you can stand by and get resurrected. Alright, so there he goes. I'll put my swords away. He's down here, so I hit E, sword, and some gold. You're going to get used to the loot. You know, you'll know what to expect from these things. There's a tree there. We know we can go in there and get that one. There's some ore right there. So I'm going to mine that. My mining went up to 14. As you get better at mining, you'll get more ore from there. So while adventuring here, especially in the beginning, what you don't want to do is get overwhelmed, like have 3 or 4 at you at once. They're going to overwhelm you. You probably will get killed. So walk slowly. You'll learn where the monsters are. Pan around. You want to keep watching for monsters to show up. You'll see their names pop up as you do that. Here's a tree. Usually when there's a resource like this, there's usually some monsters around. Not all the time, but you can bet. That's how they kind of place it. Well, put some monsters by the resources. So in this case, in this area, it's not really monsters, more like alligators and stuff. Skeletons are considered. That's another one. Got a brown cat mushroom and some maple wood, so we take that. My skill went up there a little bit. There's another tree over here in the distance that I saw. There's one. So this is a skeleton. So I'm gonna... If your health gets down too low, cast a heal spell. Well, let's do one right now, for any reason. He's down to 4, 2, 1, gone. So I can back up, loot him as well. Got some corpse racks. That's another reagent used in spellcasting. You sometimes get a lot of corpse wax off of undead creatures. That went really fast. Sometimes it chopped down a little bit faster, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe get out so I can see. Here we go. Looking around for any type of oysters or anything where I can get black pearl. There's another exit. This is on the other side of the map. You don't have to go out, you can just go right past it. There's another tree. Now everything's going to get a little tougher because I know there's like bears and stuff, or used to be bears and stuff over here. But here's a tree, there's a tree there, and behind the other tree there's even another one on there. So lots of good resources on here. So light levels on the monsters, lots of resources, just a good place to grind and get yourself. Now here's a caiman. This is basically a kind of an alligator looking dude. He's 75 hit points, so more than a little bit harder than the skeleton. So we'll work on him. And he's digging into my health a little bit more than the other guy, so I'm going to have to cast on this, cast a heal. So for one of these, no problem, I can handle one of these guys. And there he is. That took me about half my health down with my heals. Now this guy can skin, so I got a little skinning knife, so I can put my swords away. I'm going to skin him. I got animal hide. Animal hide is used to take and turn into leather. And leather is used for armor and for whatnot. So here's our tree again. I'm going to do that. Let's take a look at our skill pool on crafting. So I've been using it, but my number's been staying the same. So basically, what I'm getting small gains. I'm getting a gain, but I'm also raising my skill. So my gain, my chop down a tree gives me some points, but because I'm using my skill, it takes it down. But it's pretty balanced. I'm sitting right around there. That's good. I'm not, I'm basically raising my skills, and I'm not draining out my pool. Let's take that. So there's a rabbit. He's green. He's not going to hurt you. Another rabbit. I can see there on the face of this, there's an iron ore right there. Here's a tree. That's another player. So are we competing for resources? Yes. Creep just went over and took my iron. That's okay. He took iron, and I realized over here there's some copper. So I'll take this one. So yeah, you are competing for resources while doing this. Looks like he's looking for metal, which is fine. I just know there's usually 2 or 3 on this rock face because I've been here before. And sometimes there's even one over here that he missed. So look around the rocks, know where the nodes are in the area, and you just keep going past them. And if there's something, if one's appears there, go ahead and use it. He just ran past 2 of them to try to beat me to 1 and just didn't even realize it. So his loss. I'm going to take that wood here, and there's another tree over there in the distance. You can see it up there. And you see some other trees over here and over here. So just look up once in a while as you see your trees. That was pine wood. There's 2 kinds of wood, pine and maple. And then 2 different materials are used to make 2 different things. You can make a pine bow versus a maple bow. Or there's a bear corpse. So someone's been killing bears. But you see, they didn't skin them. That means they can't respawn. So it's just to help out here. Now see, they're orange. They'd be a little bit harder for me to put together. Here's a thug. He's yellow. So that's even he's a little bit more than the green guy. He's a little bit harder to kill, but still pretty manageable. In this area, the bears are probably your toughest thing. one-on-one, you're going to spend more time getting the barrel. You're going to have to run away from it, heal up. Eventually, they're going to be easy. And once they've gotten easy, that's pretty much an indicator you need to go to another area that's a little bit harder. Alright, so we got him. What kind of loot does he have? A rusty hammer, which you could sell for 4. It's worth 40, so you could sell it for 20. So that's 20 gold plus the 21. That's 40 some odd gold there you're getting from that. Checking around this one. This one sometimes has ore on it. Not today. Here's a tree, which we'll take. Oh, this guy's coming. Now, if he hits me before I'm finished, he'll interrupt me, and then we'll have to retrop again. Ah, he got me. So I'll start fighting him. Give me a heal. Using my thrust. Riposte. You want to sound French? Allez. Almost done. He's down to 5. Missing 3. And there he goes. I'll put my weapons away so I can heal up. What does he got? A rusty hammer and gold? That's fine. Get used to the gold count. At most of these characters will carry about 25. Just general in all of them. If you're getting something from someone that's more than 25, then it's a pretty good sized monster or enemy. Heal a little bit. I'm almost up to full health. I can see there's a cotton bush over here. Tap the E key on that. Do my cotton. And just to show, I'll take that. Bring up my backpack. Here's all the stuff I've been collecting. There's all this stuff on here. And it tells me I'm at 53 of 95 in weight. So I still got some room to carry. I'm not weighted or anything, so I can keep tooling around, grabbing stuff. There's a note. You can double click the note. It's a Sarek's note. Cook. The brother refused to pay the ransom. Disembowel the lad. Bring the one we snatched up yesterday to the ruins. Ooh, sounds like something nefarious is going on here. Yes, I just used the word nefarious. Now, here's an archer. Now he's going to be doing away. So you're going to get up close to him. He may run away from you. Now they're a little bit easier to kill. He's down to 19, 18, 10, 8. There he is. So probably get a cruddy bow, a shoddy one, some arrows, and some gold. That's good. Now these guys here, there's some dead guys in these cages. I'll show my friend running past these. One of the things you can see, where's that one? He's got a rusty spear, which you can take. You can salvage that or sell that. So let's get rid of my. Here's a barrel back here. You can smash on that. E and take all that. So you get 8 gold from that barrel. There's a tree up there. I'm basically penning around looking for monsters. That's all I'm doing. Here's one. So I'll kill the alligator-looking thing, caiman, whatever you call it. Now I'm not going to sit out here and fully run around, because basically I'll be doing the same kind of thing over and over here. What I'm going to do is actually get to the next exit on here. I'm going to head back and then show you how you kind of go get rid of the stuff you've done here, go make some money. And it's basically, it's for in the beginning part, a little bit of rinse, wash, and repeat on this. You're trying to get your skills up. He's almost there. The screen started going red. That's because my health's gotten below 50%. You'll start hearing you start hearing like your heart beating when doing it, but he's dead. Go ahead and get that. Got an animal hide. Now you see that it's no longer red. That means my health has been regaining back up. I'll see if I can find some in town. I'm going to introduce you to foods. Foods are important in the game. It's not required. Oh, here's an ore. But different foods, depending on the level, they have levels. Higher level ones, lower level ones. And apple is a low level one. While something like dragon stew is a higher level one. They will give you back, they'll help you regain back your health and your focus much quicker. There's a certain count for how much it'll help you if you're not in combat mode, and the higher level foods, even in combat, they'll help you gain back your stuff faster. So let's pretend I've gone around here, gathered a bunch of stuff. Is that one? Nope, no oysters there. And I'm ready to leave. Well, this exit, like you see in the map, you can just walk out, and it'll put you back on the overland map. So what we're going to do is pretend we've gotten a lot of loot. I'm fully loaded and I'm walking slow now. I'm going to go back to Soul Town and show you how I process the loot. In the beginning, you just want to sell it. But as you go on, like some of the stuff like the rusty swords and the bows and all that, you could take those to the crafting table and salvage them. It turns them into a useful material like scrap metal, scrap wood that's used in crafting. But more importantly, it helps raise your blacksmithing. It helps raise your carpentry stuff. But right now I'm just going to sell it because we need money. So I'm walking back north, just on the map. And just because I know where it's at, I'm walking back up to Soul Town, where we came from. I'm going to walk over to Soul Town, hit E, or hit, click on the ledge. I'll click on it there. That'll bring us in. Hey, the Catacombs in Soul Town is a perfect place for new avatars to earn experience in gold. It is. Just a little bit more on the skills to get there, and a little bit better armor, like a helm, some real leather boots and stuff, or chain boots and stuff. So I have a plan for that. So here we're in Soul Town, so we're going to go walking back in. I'll leave the map up there. Child's playing. Those little flies, they look like they're called Watchers. I forgot what the story is, but I think they're from the Oracle. They watch over things. They're annoying. They get in your way. Don't worry else too much about them. If you see like a skeleton like this, that means a character has died here. Usually it leaves a ghostly kind of skeleton. So this is a town you can't really get attacked, but if someone's in PvP mode, or maybe you run into someone, you can go kill them. So let's go to the bank first. So here's the inn. Looks like there was a lot of death in here. So we're gonna go into the inn. We're gonna go to the robot over here for the bank. I brought up the bank here. I'm gonna bring up my inventory as well. So a couple things you want to keep, no matter what. Keep your resources. Eventually you want to start building up that stockpile of resources. And to be honest, you can sell them to other characters a lot more than you can sell them to a vendor here. So anything that's wood, pine wood, maple wood, goes to your bank. Ore, iron ore, copper ore, goes to your bank. Cotton, if you can sell it. It's not, you're not ever going to collect enough to get that. Arrows aren't worth anything. They're not worth it to the vendor or anything else. You can start amassing those. I mean, even if you had like 1,000 arrows, you say, Carlos, I'm going to sell you 1,000 arrows. What are you going to pay it for? I'd probably give you 20 gold, maybe 30 gold. It's not going to mean much. So if you want something you just want to throw away like this, you could right click on it and say destroy. You sure want to permanently destroy this item? Arrow? Sure. It's gone. Cotton we're going to sell. Pecans, yeah, let's sell them off. We don't need those. Granite blocks, really heavy. Go ahead and sell them off. You don't need to save those. Eggs, you can sell. Corpse wax. Chicken carcass, sure. You find someone that can sell any of these. Let's sell these off. I would keep the wood and the copper, and I would keep animal hides. Eventually, someone's going to want those for leather. You can sell those off later. So this is stuff out for my bank that I want to keep. Well, this is stuff over here that I want to go sell. So that's what I do. At first I come in and I drag stuff over. So keep the basic resources and materials. Woods, ores, animal hides. I think that's probably the first main ones you want to do. Then what you've got left here is you want to go sell. So let me get rid of this window. Let's go see. I'm going to walk out and go over to the blacksmith. That's a merchant. I can hit E on her. I can go to the sell from inventory. Brown cap, bundle feathers, all the stuff. So you'll buy all these. So you can select one, hold with the left click on it, hold down the shift key and select the bottom one. Get them all, drag them all. Red means you're going to sell them off, and it tells you. Currently, you have 912. Exchange sale is 143 is what they're going to give you. At the end, you're going to have 1,055. You click sign. Voila, they're gone. It's basically made about 143 in gold. Typically, that's not a lot coming out of the adventuring. If I were to go around there as long as I could, carry as much as I can, probably about 500, 600. 500, 600 gold is really good for a starting character. The fact that we're now over 1,000 is a good job. I'm trying to build up enough money to go get some armor, and we can go do that in one of the other towns. So this is basically it. You want to go through. You want to keep building up your skills. If I look at my skills right now, go to my adventuring on my swords. I'm at 47 now on my bladed combat, 29 and 27 here. I need to get to these. You go downward. To get to these, you need this to be at 40. So I'm almost there, getting there. This was at 1. So this is how it increases my attack speed. So as I become more using the stuff more and more, I can attack faster. So right now it's 0.4%, nothing big. And about 20 levels will be 1.7. It starts to add up. And my healing, I'm up at 14. I need to get to 20 to get to these. So I'm only 6 more things and I can get to that one. What else we got? Got my light, that's up to 11. And everything I'm taming, yeah, tactics. I've got my, increases my health. So that's at 23, that's up. My strength definitely helps out my health and actually helps out my carrying stuff is up to 10. But remember we started out, I can't remember if we started out in the 5,000 range or not. You got to watch this number. Once it starts getting too low, you've got too many things. You get too many things increasing, and not enough experience points coming into the pool. So we have to turn down some of those, and you can do that. Like if all right, we're not going to gain this one anymore. Let's to that or this one. You can change it to these brown arrows. It's maintaining. I'm not going to let it lower, but I'm not going to try to actively increase it. So you can do that in here and turn these down so you have less draw or less negative on your pool. Or we have to go to harder monsters. I think one of the first things we're going to do after I do this a couple of times is get enough gold. I want to get up to about 2,000 gold. And I want to go to the town and buy some better armor and get a better sword. Because right now I have a High Veil Defender sword. It's here. And then I got this rusty sword. Let's try and get that replaced and get some better armor. This is actually pretty good. This is the other piece I need to. Maybe get a cloak or something that helps out with it and go from there. But that's the mechanics in the very beginning. You're just trying to get some skills raised up so you can go out there and kill. The more you can kill, the faster you can kill, the more money, more loot you can make. So that's it. So that's her for right now. So she's got a good start. Got 1,000 gold in her pocket. Got some skills raising up. She's living, surviving. So yeah. Wendell over here is doing Tai Chi. Whoa. Beggar over here is doing nothing but begging. This villager's here. So I'm going to leave her right here for right now. that's enough for Eleanor tonight. You got questions or comments, put them on the video, thumbs up or thumbs down. If you want to visit out the website, sodastutorials.com, it's out there. Otherwise, if there's something you're looking for me to do, want me to explain something else more better, throw a comment on the video, and if I see it there, I will, I do look at those. I will put out a video to answer questions as well. So otherwise, I just kind of go through generally what I'm thinking. But I'm all for suggestions if you need something or want something out there. Want to friend me in the game? This is Eleanor, Eleanor Strongbow. My main character that I'm on most of the time is Elena, Elaina, Strongbow. So you can throw a friend request out there. You can talk to me in the game or on the forums or anywhere that we're accessible for the game. That's it. Once again, Eleanor Strongbow for sodastutorials.com. Take care, safe travels, and adventuring.